Hey y'all, what's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that when anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. All right, y'all. So happy Friday. Happy Friday, yay. Your girl is tired. Very tired. It's been a lot going on in the world, but I'm tired, y'all. But we're gonna jump right into this news. Give me a moment. Let me get it up for you guys. Give me a second. It is raining cats and dogs outside, but I told you guys a little bit about the weather yesterday for California specifically. Speaking about that, Sacramento residents can apply for FEMA disaster relief due to winter storms. It says if your home or business was damaged due to the recent string of storms in California, you may be eligible for federal aid. Now, I have to admit, I thought I would have never had to say anything like that. Granted, no state, no city, no country is what's the word? The word literally exempt from experiencing any type of natural disaster. However, I just never thought. I've been in California all my life. You guys know I've never traveled out. Well, I have traveled outside of California, but I've never actually lived anywhere else since I was a child. And since I've been here, the only major disasters that I've had to deal with and that I can recall is earthquakes. We get them bad, okay? And I mean, we get them pretty bad out here, but I've never had to experience any major weather disasters, if that makes any sense. So it's making me a little bit nervous, but other than that, President Joe Biden approved federal disaster assistance for areas in California affected by the winter storms, flooding, landslides, and mudslides beginning from December 27th of 2022 and ongoing, okay? With this approval, business owners and residents in Sacramento County, as well as Merced and Santa Cruz, can apply for funding to help assist their recovery efforts, okay? Some of the aid programs that are offered according to the Federal Emergency Management Agency include grants for temporary housing and repairs and loans to cover uninsured property losses, okay? So to apply, you just need to go to FEMA, FEMA, F as in Frank, E as in egg, M as in Mary, A as in apple, disaster relief on the line. You'll need to input your zip code or city of residence to see if you're eligible, if your area is eligible for individual assistance, okay? For the application itself, you'll need the following information according to FEMA: your social security number, annual household income, contact information, phone number, mailing address, email address, and damaged home address, insurance information, coverage, insurance company name, etc. Bank information. If you are eligible to receive financial assistance, the money can be deposited into your account, okay? Now, in terms of who qualifies, eligibility obviously will vary depending on which type of assistance you are seeking, but the assistance overall is open to anyone who had housing or personal property damage due to flood events, said Patrick Boland, a FEMA spokesperson. Aid is not income-based, but rather needs-based. So that is good. You don't have to be worried about you being rich or anything like that. They are willing to assist, and I love that. Each type of assistance within the program requires verification of the specific unmet need caused by a disaster declared for individual assistance. But generally, to qualify for federal assistance, you must be a United States citizen, a non-citizen, national, or qualified non-citizen, okay? The agency must also verify your identity with social security number and that you live in or own the home that was damaged during the storm, okay? Other requirements include the applicant's insurance or other form of disaster assistance received cannot meet their disaster cause needs, or the applicant's necessary expenses and serious needs are directly caused by a declared disaster, okay? Of course, they're going to come out and inspect your property just to make sure that you have actually suffered some type of loss and damage to your place. But other than that, can't tell you guys how long it will take for them to go through your application and actually approve you. Expect that there will be some time. Expect that it's most likely going to be first come and first serve. It says if you don't have any insurance, a FEMA inspector will reach out and schedule a time to assess your home. If you are insured, you'll need to file a claim first and submit a settlement or denial letter to the FEMA before an inspection. Okay, so all good news. Again, Something that I never thought that I would have to talk about, me being a California resident myself, but at the same time, I'm glad that the assistance is available. Let's talk a little bit more about what Biden is trying to do. It says the Biden administration is planning new tenant protections, okay? Since early 2021, median rent rates in the United States have increased significantly. Pair this with rising home prices, spiking mortgage rates, an inflated cost of groceries, and you're left with a sharp increase in the overall cost of living. Now, let me just say this to you guys, and this is a question off subject. It's more of a question. It's not a statement. A question. If there are any of you guys who have benefited from like a rent-to-own program, I'm looking into that myself. I really don't want to move out of where I'm at right now and go into another place to rent. So I'm really looking for that. Again, it's off subject, but I figured I know a lot of y'all. I'm talking to a lot of y'all when I do these videos. So I give y'all information. Sharing is caring. So if you know of any good, legit programs, because I've looked into many, and they all just kind of lead me to some type of advertisement trying to get me to sign up for something else, and I'm not interested in that. But a legitimate rent-to-own program, let your girl know in the comment section, all right? The Biden administration has already worked to cut down gas prices and is attempting to clean college loan debt, but their newest proposal targets the largest expense that many people pay each month, which is rent. According to Politico, a proposed wave of tenant protections comes in response to rising rent costs that followed the pandemic. The specific details of the anticipated proposal are still incredibly murky, okay? However, the plan may potentially focus on grace periods for late payments and the right to legal counsel for those facing eviction. However, as ambiguous as the plans are at this early stage, they're undoubtedly alarming to many in a housing industry that's already suffering due to many of the same economic problems that are hitting consumers, okay? The exact measures included in this proposal have yet to be shared, but according to a recent statement from the White House, the Biden administration is working towards a more equitable market. We are exploring a broad set of administrative actions that further our commitment to ensuring a fair and affordable market for renters across the nation. This is coming from spokesperson Robin Patterson, okay? We'll look forward to continuing to work with lawmakers to strengthen rent tenant protections and improve rental affordability. The only way you're going to improve rental affordability is to bring down the cost of living and give more money. Because when they increase the pay rate, then they also increase everything else. So there's no way for you to catch up. Most people are having to work 2 to 3 jobs just to make ends meet or to make sure that they have everything. Other than that, people are living paycheck to paycheck. And I know, because I'm one of them. We'll likely see the specifics of this proposal in the next few weeks. Still, even without any administrative action, renters will probably feel a bit of easing in pricing after the peak we saw post-pandemic. Prices are nowhere near as low as they were in pre-2022, but they've seen a slow decline for consecutive months because of a rise in available properties. Where? Because I sure as heck ain't found none. New construction is also finally taking off, easing prices as the availability of the new properties contends with the existing high demand for rentals. Y'all got to excuse me. You know your girl's a little blind. She's trying to be cute. I need to have my glasses on, but I ain't got them on right now because, again, she's trying to be cute right now, but I need to have them on because I'm struggling trying to see these little words. But anyways, moving on from that, y'all let me know what you think about that. There are no details, of course, to this program. They're still working on it. Considering the fact that he's already having difficulties with the student loan debt forgiveness program, I'm not really all that excited about a new proposal to do anything. I mean, I'm glad that at least he's thinking about it, but again, it just seems like whatever it is that they do, for me, the whole thing is just dangling a carrot. That's what I call things when people want to give you the, how do you say it? They want to present a situation, scenario, or a thing that you can obtain, like as if it's actually obtainable, but it's never actually something that you'll be able to grasp, if that makes any sense. So it's dangling a carrot. We're going to give you this. The possibility of getting this is high. You don't really got to do a whole lot to get it. I just don't like that. And I just feel like a lot of what the government does is just that, dangle a carrot in our faces, making all these promises that almost always go unmet. Okay, so y'all let me know what you think. Comment down below. Let me know if you agree or if you think something else. Hold on. DeSantis. I think this is the dude. Yeah, this is the dude in Florida. Wanted to give y'all some news printed by the CNN. It says Florida Republican Governor Ron DeSantis called on state lawmakers to make permanent existing penalties for companies that require all employees to get the vaccination. His latest move to curtail pandemic mitigation efforts. The proposal would extend indefinitely measures DeSantis signed in 2021 that made Florida the first state in the country to threaten businesses with fines if they required workers to get the vaccine. Y'all know the C-19 vaccine. Those measures pitted DeSantis and Florida against the federal government over President Joe Biden's efforts to get the country's workforce inoculated, a standoff that helped boost the Republican governor's popularity amongst conservatives. Now, I'm a little bit confused because I know a couple of you guys have complained about what your governor is doing out there in Florida, but it seems like he was fighting on you guys' behalf, at least in this instance, where he's trying to make it to where companies cannot force you to get the vaccine if you don't really want to get it. Y'all let me know what you think if you heard anything different. It says, now as DeSantis considers running for president. Oh, Lord. Jesus, Lord. Why? He is re-instigating that battle. This time, that just threw me all the way off. I sure as heck don't want him nowhere near the Oval Office. I'm sorry. This time, DeSantis has encouraged skepticism of C-19 vaccines altogether, staking out a position far to the right of his top potential rival for the GOP nomination, former President Donald Trump, who continues to count the development of the vaccines as one of his administration's chief accomplishments. They were wrong about lockdowns, DeSantis said Tuesday. They were wrong about mask mandates. Now you're going too far. They were wrong about school closures. No, they weren't. They were wrong about mRNA shots, mRNA, MRSA, whatever, mRNA, okay? They were wrong about vax passports and vaccine mandates. No, they were not wrong. And let me tell y'all something about this. Y'all already know how I feel about this. I don't think that they were wrong for locking down period. People were still running rampant, having house parties and everything else in the midst of everything, spreading this thing around. Now, with that being said, I have no doubt in my mind that even the most introverted person like I am, who stays home majority of the time and decides to get things delivered to them on a regular basis, still has a high probability of running into someone even in the smallest moments of time that I spend away from my household. So there's no doubt in my mind that eventually everybody at some point will come in contact with this virus, as we have with everything else that we have gotten sick with. Even you send your kids to school, they come back with it. How many of us as parents send your kids to school, everything is perfectly fine, they come back home and they are sniffling and coughing? You know what I'm saying? Wish you can return to sender, but you can't. So on that note, I don't think that they were wrong for locking down. I don't think that they were wrong for mask mandates. People are still wearing masks right now, and there is no mask mandates. I still sometimes wear the mask. You guys already know how I feel about the school thing. I have a daughter who was just recently hospitalized due to asthma. It has nothing to do with the pandemic, but it's just the fact that she already has pre-existing health conditions, as I do myself, that it makes the likelihood of her coming in contact with this virus and then suffering a heck of a lot higher, okay? And I didn't want her to experience that in just a short period of time. Not even a short period of time, because they've already been in school now for half a year now. This school year is pretty much already over. We're in January. Just from the first semester, or whatever you want to call it, I've had to bring her home. I've gotten phone calls from the school telling me that she was exposed to somebody who had C-19, okay, and had to keep her home for 5 days. So that's with no mandates. That's with schools being open, and I'm already regretting her. I said next year, I don't know, you may be doing independent study for the rest of your life, because it's just too much going on, and I just don't, I can't even explain how my heart literally dropped the moment I received that phone call saying, hey, your daughter has been, and now I got to take time out of my life that's already busy and hectic to go and get her tested so that she can go back to school, when I'm wondering, why the hell y'all not having these kids do that anyway? you sent home a C19 test for me to test her and send a screenshot of that to y'all via email, you should have been, this is my thing. I know I'm going on a tangent, y'all, but just hear me out on this last part, and then we're going to continue on. If you're sending home C19 tests after a child has already been exposed, then I feel like the smart thing to do would be to have these children take these tests in class when they arrive. If anybody has a positive, call the parents. You got to go. Okay? At least we've done something to ensure that the other children have been limited in the amount of time that they spent with that person versus finding out maybe days or so later after this person has already been in school for the whole week. And now you calling me telling me my child has been exposed. Did you just find this out today? Did the parents just find this out today? How long have they been exposed? Was it just today or was it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? You just now calling me on Thursday? You know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to end off on there, but y'all already know how I get, okay? DeSantis wants to make permanent laws pass in November, wanted to make laws pass in November of 2021 after he called a special session in response to the Biden administration's federal vaccine mandate. Those measures scheduled to expire at the end of June included prohibitions on mask requirements in schools and government and prohibited vaccines as a condition to travel. DeSantis had called on lawmakers to ban vaccine mandates, outright, and inflict punitive penalties on businesses that didn't comply and threatened to pull state protections against the C19 related businesses to any company that followed Biden's mandate. So now you're trying to get everybody to go against the president, but the Republican-controlled legislature wouldn't go that far. Instead, the bill that ended up on DeSantis' desk said businesses could require vaccination as a condition of employment if workers are allowed to opt out through a medical or religious exemption, proof of natural immunity, or by submitting to regular testing for the virus. It's not clear if DeSantis would extend the existing limitations on vaccine requirements or if he is suggesting new legislation that would ban any businesses from making vaccines a condition of employment. All in all, I think it's a bunch of nonsense. He had me at the beginning when he was talking about the fact that he didn't think it should be a condition of employment. I don't think it should be a condition of employment to get it, but I feel the same way that I just did about schools as I do about employment. I feel like there should be tests on hand. You should be swabbing people's noses, mouths, whatever, as soon as they come in. If they are negative, go ahead and work your shift. If you're positive, you need to be up out of here. Period. I know that may put a lot more work and a lot more stress on these businesses, but at the end of the day, are you really trying to protect people from spreading this around? Or, I mean, to me, this seemed this is limited. Are we really trying to protect it from spreading or what? Are we just boasting like we're trying to protect it, but we really don't care? And that's what I mean by dangling a carrot. Moving on from that, though, we're going to end off because I have been talking a lot in this video, and y'all know how I get, but I miss y'all, and I wanted to talk to y'all. But anyways, I'm sorry, I was looking at myself because, yeah. But anyways, let's end off with emergency SNAP maximum benefits. I am not going to give you guys the payout dates as I did do that in yesterday's video. So what I am going to do, oh my God, there is a lot more states that has been approved. So just know that in tomorrow's video, you will definitely be getting the payout dates. But for right now, for today, we are just going to end off with the names of the states. And of course, I'm going to put that lovely video on the screen to show you guys the names of the states that have currently been approved for February. And let me tell you, based off of what I'm looking at, it seems like we got quite a few more that has been approved. We have California, Delaware, DC, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Oregon, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. All right, you guys, as always, I hope this video has been in some way helpful or useful to you guys at least a little bit. Do me a favor. Don't forget to smash that like button and really, really run those numbers up. It really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you want your girl to stick around. Also, let's drop some blue hearts, blue flowers. I don't know. You can leave the word blue down below. Let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, of course. As always, I'm going to encourage you guys to live, love, elevate. You guys know I truly love you and adore all of you, and I will definitely see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Peace, y'all. Bye.